So now we're going to talk about circuits and how to use it to manage the user that log in and log out from our application. So Blazor server apps uh, come with this class circuit handler that bring those virtual methods on circuit close async, on circuit open async, on circuit down, on connection down, and on connection up. We're gonna focus on those two, circuit close and circuit open, and we're doing it in this class that inherits circuit handler, and we here override those methods. This one on circuit open async is executed when a user is connected to the app. That means when a new circuit is open, and this one on circuit close async is executed when a circuit is closed. That means when the user logs out, when the browser is closed, and when an exception is thrown that closes the circuit. But how we can use it? That's very simple. First, we are going to make this model. We will name it circuit user. That will only be a relay. Here we will be relating the user ID with the circuit ID. And the next step will be to create the service, iCircuit user service, and this one will be the one making the magic. Here we are going to use those two methods that will be activated, that will be called when the user connects and when the user disconnects to the app. And if we come here to the implementation, we can see that this will be a singleton service used to manage and store the users connected to the app and the relationship with the specific circuit. How we do that? Here on the startup, we will add that service as a singleton, the iCircuit user service, and we will also add here our circuit handler proxy as a scope. With this implementation, we will have one instance of this service for every connection, and one global instance of this one that will be tracking the connections of the circuits that are up in our application, and here we will be relating it to the connected user. So right now we have this service where we override those two methods. We have this model and this other service that will be doing the magic. In this one, we create this dictionary that we have a string key that will this key will be the circuit ID, and the value will be a circuit user object that, if you remember, will be this one object that has a user ID and the circuit ID. Okay, so we also have those two methods, connect and disconnect. The connect method, we will be calling it from our application. When a new user connects, we will be seeing that soon. And the disconnect will be called from this other service, the circuit handler proxy, here actually, and on circuit close async. And what we will be doing here, whenever a circuit is closed, we will call this method that will delete the entry from our dictionary. And this method Whenever we got it, we will go through the dictionary, we try to find the circuit ID. If this exists, we'll update the user ID to the actual user ID, and if it doesn't exist, we will create a new entry on the dictionary with the secret ID and the user ID that are provided to the method. And then we will call on circuit change. That will be an event that will raise this event circuit change to tell our application, hey, we have a new circuit open, and we can do whenever we want, whatever we want there. So this circuit controller is a view controller. We are on XAF, and what will we be doing here? Here we inject our two services, the circuit user services and the circuit handler, and on the unactivated we call the connect method. Why we do that? That is because this control is activated the entire time. So when uh, when a new connection starts, it will come will go through this unactivated. We call the connect method, and we will go to the dictionary and ask, uh, we have this connection already. Yes, okay, no problem. We don't have it, add it, and that's how we keep tracking of our user entering, going in and going out. But let's run it so we can see it in action. Our application is running. And here we are. We have a new circuit open. If we come here, we have the circuit, and the circuit has an ID. We'll continue. And once we have logged in, this breakpoint is hit. We have the user ID of the current user of the app, and we call this method connect. Come here, add breakpoint, and go continue. And this method receives the circuit ID and the user ID. Here we are. We received the circuit ID, the user ID, and then it asks, the circuit contains the circuit ID. It doesn't. Then let's create it. Create a new circuit user, add the user ID, add the circuit ID, and continue. And in the end, we go on circuit change that we have handled here. We can add a new circuit. Come here. And here we are. We have a new circuit open. Continue. And then we can continue. Here we are. The connect. method again. If we go step, circuit doesn't exist either, and it is created again. And the thing here is that because this service is a singleton, we already have here the first circuit. And once we exit this method, we will have the other circuit here. We can continue and add new one. Right? If we don't activate it, continue. And if we see here, we have the two previous circuits saved, and now we are going to add the third, which is more of the same. Okay, perfect. But the other thing here is that whenever we close one circuit by closing the tab, we hit this other method, circuit close async, that calls this one disconnect. We'll put a breakpoint here, continue. And this one, it does the opposite. It deletes the closed circuit from the dictionary. Have removed it. Continue. Take off that break. And if we close the other, go here and delete the other circuit. And we see here we have again two circuits. And if we continue, it will be delete the second. So that is basically the magic here. In this dictionary here, this one, we have we are starting the circuit open and the user ID that is using that circuit. With that, we can achieve a lot of things. If we subscribe to the events here, the circuit change and the user remove, we can say, okay, we have a new circuit open, who is the user using it, and we can do a lot of things. And with the user remove, we can also see when a user is logged out, when the connection is closed, and so on. So that's it. Thank you.